Hello everybody and welcome back to the channel. It's me, Caster, and we have the news we wanted, the news we thought was coming over the last couple of days. No Man's Sky Worlds Part 2 is here. Introducing update 5.5 Worlds Part 2. I've heard some of the things that are in this update, not all of them, and some of them are absolutely wild in my opinion. So let's have a quick look at this, go through it and see what we've got. Update 5.50 Worlds Part 2 transforms the universe with new stars, new story, and new planets. Explore ancient ruins, gas giants, and water worlds, and discover strange creatures, varied biomes. Is that on single planets or? And dramatic terrain, featuring new gameplay, huge improvements in lighting and water rendering, which they brought in Worlds Part 1, but they've updated that again, and much more. Our journey continues. Let's have a look at the trailer for Worlds Part 2.
This is No Man's Sky
Lighting overhaul.
5.5.
Oh, it looks good.
Billions of new stars and planets have appeared across the universe. A new lighting system brings incredible detail.
Gas giant in the back there. New ruins, that's new.
Gas giants loom huge across the
Look at the
universe.
terrain. New ship. There's a new ship.
Terrain is more detailed and varied than ever, with huge mountains and dramatic landscapes.
Oh wow, I've been excited for this for so
New
long.
biomes mean planets are more
Look at the
varied than ever
gas
before.
giant. Is that a new living
Water
ship?
reacts physically to the world around it, from raindrops to large waves. A new adventure awaits, tying together many strands of lore.
Oh wow, look at that.
Oceans several kilometers deep
Yes,
are out there to be
deeper oceans.
explored.
New deep sea creatures.
Discover a rare new living starship.
That's the starship, the new one.
Gas giants can be explored by the most advanced of players.
Wow,
Our journey continues.
look at that. That is fantastic. Terrain there. Oh wow, this looks absolutely brilliant. Let's have a look. There's a deep dive here as well. Should we have a look at the deep dive? How long is a deep dive video? It's 6 minutes. Let's have a quick look at this as well.
Last year we released
Oh,
Worlds
Sean
Part
Murray's
1,
here.
and it was just the beginning. We can't wait to show people what we've been working on.
Look at it.
New
It does
solar
look amazing.
systems, new planets,
Wow. Really
new
excited for this.
terrain. New adventures.
Go on, Sean. What a redemption story for a game, eh?
No Man's Sky is a game that we all truly love.
New varied floating islands there.
Our next update is called Worlds Part 2. Across the universe, we're adding billions of new solar systems and trillions of new planets.
Wow, look at that one. Can't believe
It
how much
allows
they've
us to
added.
push the boundaries of our
I knew it'd be
engine
big, but I didn't know
new
it'd be this big.
technology. Introducing new biomes and terrains without changing what people already love about the game. It's now so far beyond what we ever thought was possible when we started out. I've been working on a new terrain system for a little while now. Terrain is more detailed, far more varied, with huge mountains and these massive features.
That's a beautiful picture right there.
I'm genuinely at my happiest working on this stuff. team is... we're extremely busy on Light No Fire.
Oh, little hint there to Light No Fire. Still looks amazing.
Each time we push our engine to new places, though, we have this urge to share it with the community, with No Man's Sky. Gas giants are truly epic.
Can't wait to explore a
10
gas
times
giant.
bigger than our biggest planet.
10 times bigger.
It's truly sort of endgame stuff to explore them, with huge storms that rage across the surface.
It's a good idea to have them as
New
endgame
tech
planets.
Allows oceans that can be several kilometers deep.
That's
A
fantastic.
new lighting system makes them look so different, with new caustics, light shafts, and the deeper that you explore, the darker it gets.
I cannot wait to explore Worlds Part 2.
I've had these moments where you're exploring and suddenly some huge creature comes into view, and it's just incredible.
Look at the lighting. The luminescence of the oceans is
Every element
fantastic
of our lighting
touch.
has been rewritten. Shadows show more details, light flickers through the leaves. Caves they're dark and immersive. Oceans now reflect the clouds and stars to create these beautiful sunsets and night skies. Water reacts physically to the world around it. Creatures wade through it. There's little dipples in the rain. There's
That is cool.
large waves as ships fly overhead. Sometimes there's these moments where a ship just flies past the still ocean and water ripples underneath, and it's just so peaceful to watch.
Look at that.
In the depths of the ocean and
detail.
on land, there's these new creatures to discover. I think we've gone probably weirder than ever before. When you land on a planet, all the tech, it combines to create an emotion. That feeling of knowing that no one has ever been on this world before. I think it's what makes this game really special. There's tons of new
Unbelievable.
gameplay too. There's this huge quest that ties together some strands that we've been building for years.
Well, that's the pirates fighting you. Is there NPCs? I don't think there is there.
We've got an expedition that takes you on a tour of all the new worlds that we're building.
Expedition is coming.
It's got
There it
some
is.
incredible rewards. This is the 9th year since release,
Wow.
and I think we're probably doing things the community never thought would happen. I
I agree with that.
honestly can't wait for people to play.
Well done, Sean. Round of applause. Fantastic. Right, let's get into the meat of this and see what the actual notes say. Spectacular new landscape. So traverse wilder, stranger, more alien terrain than ever before. The algorithm of the universe has evolved to generate beautiful new mountains, deep valleys and sprawling plains on untouched planets waiting to be discovered. Ugh, the pictures are just brilliant as well. The universe expands. A new class of star has manifested in the universe. Purple class solar systems feature countless new worlds ready for discovery. Weave space and time for the autophage in a new epic story, in an epic new story to reveal these mysterious hidden shards of reality. And next to this picture is an Atlantid drive. So you're going to need that Atlantid drive to get to the purple systems, no doubt. We're going to have a look straight away at getting that when I play this game after I've done this video. A fantastic gas giant picture there. A new world of a crashed freighter. Just pictures of planets there. Deep oceans plunge miles below the surface into incredibly deep oceans. Far removed from the light of any sun, illuminated only by the glow of corals, these shadowy ocean floors harbour many otherworldly landscapes and secretive aquatic life forms. Now I want to build a base right down here. This is what I've wanted for quite a while, to make the oceans feel like they're oceans. And a lot of people said they weren't bothered about that, but for me, it just makes it more immersive, in my opinion. But I'm really looking forward to exploring those deep oceans. It's going to be absolutely fantastic. Some more amazing new features there, pictures there. Inventory sorting. Organize your inventory with a single button press. Automatically sort your items by name, type, value, or color. Discrete stacks of the same item will also be consolidated. That's a very good little feature there. I'm happy with that because I do spend a lot of time moving things around within my inventory. So the fact that you can just press one button to sort them all, do like that indeed. Gas giants, huge gas worlds have formed across the galaxy, bringing their own unique environments and materials. There was discussion about whether you would be able to land on these planets. Looks like you can, so really looking forward to seeing that. These huge giants are categorized by immense atmospheric pressure, tremendous gravity, and volatile atmospheres, and each is orbited by a collection of moons. So that's really cool. I think you're going to need some specific upgrades maybe to get onto these planets, so that'll be really interesting. There's some pictures here of them and they look absolutely wild. There's rocks flying everywhere, there's lightning going off everywhere as well. It looks like it's going to be a really fascinating place to have a look in. The Interstellar Multitudes, a new narrative-driven mission, deepens the lore of the universe and expands upon the story of Atlas, Atlantid, and the robotic autophage life forms. Meet new friends and reconnect with old ones in an epic adventure to recover lost star systems. So that's part of the storyline, I'm assuming, which looks really cool. Happy that they're adding more to the storyline for new players as well as old, because we do need some fresh ideas coming in there. Really looking forward to doing that as well. Deep Water Guardian. Right, so during the Cursed Expedition, it was a bit strange because you weren't getting... Whenever there's an expedition, you get the content in the game, in the main game. And that didn't happen with Cursed. You didn't get the cursed beings in there, or the where you're breaking boundary. You didn't get that, but it looks like they're introduced within this update. So Underwater Guardian. Dredging the seas for fish will sometimes provoke the Deep Water Guardian to emerge from the depths and defend its watery children. Travelers who defeat this vengeful creature will earn the unique Child of Aquarius title in commemoration of their victory. So it's not actually the cursed, they've just added them in a different way. They are protecting the seas from us, effectively harvesting it. So fishing milestones display evidence of your fishing achievements with a selection of new tank-themed helmets. Interesting, these unusual appearance overrides will replace a traditional head with the special cranium/aquarium interchange and can be earned through reaching milestones in fishing. They look pretty cool. I like them, they're alright. Probably won't wear one myself, but they look alright. And there's a picture of one there, having a aquarium head. Dense jungles, wicked. Absolutely going to love dense jungles. Delve into the thick vegetation and dense undergrowth of lush jungles. Every jungle is unique and can feature different colours and dominate species of tree. Oh, a dominant species of tree. So you're going to have a dominant species of tree on what looks like some sort of rainforest world. And that has needed to come. The denser vegetation, that's going to be really cool. Hopefully there's going to be some unique animals in there as well. And there's some pictures here. That looks like very cool armour. I'm liking that armour on that picture. Very nice. There's the Nautilon there in the sea. Environmental hazards. Planets now feature local hazards in addition to the survival challenges posed by the weather. Explorers should be on the lookout for drifting clouds of toxic spores, small-scale radioactive fallout, volcanic eruptions, and geothermal geysers. Or geysers. That's really cool as well. So they're making the planets much more focused in places. So I suppose this is another way of getting light no fire. You can have one planet with different biomes, different things happening. They're introducing that in here as a sort of maybe like a tester to see how they work. Abandoned mode. New custom mode games can set the universe's population to abandoned. Abandoned mode removes all alien life forms from the game, creating a lonelier and more challenging survival experience. So you could be like a lone wanderer in the universe. That's really cool. And then it's got the universe population standard or abandoned. So it's a selection option within the settings if you want that real lonely feeling of exploring a sort of dead universe, if you like. That would be really interesting. Really kind of cool game feature there. Seahorses. The diversity of marine life has increased. The shoals of seahorses now swimming through the ocean. So they've, as mentioned in the videos, increased the amount of that looks a little bit different. That's just a space station, maybe a bit more optimized, but it looks cool. Yeah, some more creatures in the oceans is going to be really good because they have needed to do that for a while. Enhanced water, so they've made the water better again. The surface of water is now much higher fidelity. Clouds, nebulae and other planets are now reflected, and terrain reflections have been removed with accurate lighting and fogging. Subsurface scattering has been enhanced, creating spectacular glows when the sunlight gazes the crest of a wave. The diversity of foam has also increased, with some planets featuring glowing foam. That's really cool. Anomalous creatures, curious genetic life forms can be found floating around some planetary surfaces. Their inner lives are unknowable to more conventional creatures. Very nice. Into the abyss. So here we go. Here's the massive oceans. Explorers who brave the ultra deep waters found on some worlds will face a range of increased hazards as they plunge into the dark, equip the new pressure membrane, and go on a hunt for rich minerals, seams, exotic seagrass, and colossal creatures. I've wanted colossal creatures and deep seas for quite a while now, as I mentioned, just to get that immersive feel when you're on a world, especially an ocean world. But also there's going to be a new pressure membrane, so there's going to be new stuff here you're going to have to put on or create to be able to explore these areas. There's some great pictures there of the underwater. Smoother modding experience. So player created game modifications are now handled more robustly, greatly improving capability across game updates. Mod authors can now create their mods more precisely, reducing the frequency of conflicts and improving conflict handling. Mod users have more control over the behavior of their mods with the addition of mods settings file, which allows installed mods to be prioritized or disabled. I don't generally use mods, to be honest, but that's great for people who use them and want to use them. Frozen diversity. Explore a dramatic new range of icy planets with increased diversity of flora, minerals, and other terrestrial curios on sub-zero worlds. Great. Colossal refiner. The sturdy colossal exocraft can now support a 3-slot mineral processing rig, allowing travelers to process complex recipes while driving across planets. That's really cool because I don't generally use this one that often. Now it gives me a reason to use it, which is good. I like that they're giving older items like this Colossus with the exocraft update years ago, giving it new items and a new reason to use them. Like that a lot. Lovely squid ship there. Giant squids. New species of tentacular mollusk now inhabit the waters of the universe. These haunting cephalopods range from the small to the truly colossal. That's really cool as well. Relic worlds. Relic worlds explore the crumbling ruins of ancient civilizations, excavate architectural blueprints, and harvest polished stone to learn the secrets of their construction. Harvest polished stone. So there's entire worlds of ancient civilizations on it. Again, a fantastic little detail to put in there because worlds are going to have civilizations that fall and rise, and to have the ruins on the planet, it's just going to make it more immersive, more diverse. It's really cool. Really like that. Dynamic water simulation, as he mentioned in the video, along with a whole host of other stuff. Starships, creatures, travelers, and other moving objects now dynamically generate waves and wakes, making water more responsive and interactive. Feed the universe. Iteration Chronos now maintains a food market aboard the Space Anomaly, allowing travellers to mass donate different food items each day. Cooking also benefits from a large range of quality of life improvements, including an overhauled recipe catalogue. Great, fantastic, wanted that. More accessible nutrient processors and a smoother AI experience. Cool. Okay, I don't do much cooking. This might help me sort of interact with that a bit more. Manta rays. Gentle manta rays can be discovered drifting serenely through the oceans and seas, their wings slowly beating. So more of the diverse ocean creatures. Manta rays now introduced. Towering waves. Tides and waves will be more realistic impact objects floating on the ocean's surface. Good. Yeah, definitely wanted that because it was a bit janky at first. Travellers, exocraft and starships will gently bob with the swell of the water or find themselves tossed about by violent waves during the storm. Enriched seas. So it's already mentioned a couple of the animals that are going to be in the seas, but the biodiversity of underwater biomes has been significantly increased. The seas have been enriched with a range of new plant species and mineral formations, and burst to life with bubbles, algae blooms, bioluminescence, organisms, strange floating flora, and more. And again, there's some fantastic photos here of the ocean and what's in them. Titan Expedition. So I mentioned an expedition was coming, and here it is. Coming soon is Expedition 17 Titan. It's got to be next week because the Cursed redo is still being done as we speak, and it ends on the 5th of February. So this one's probably going to come out around then, maybe on the Thursday and probably on the Wednesday. Coming soon is Expedition 17 Titan. Awake with other travellers upon a mighty gas giant and embark upon a voyage and to chart a dazzling array of new stars and new worlds. Complete milestones to earn exclusive rewards, including the stone-hewn pillar of Titan staff and imposing Wraith, a unique living starship. So that's the starship that we saw in the video at the beginning, and he did mention that a new starship was coming, or was it the trailer? I can't remember which one. But yeah, it looks really cool, that starship. Looking forward to getting it. Another starship to add to your collection there. Lighting overhaul, so got a before and after here, and it does certainly make a difference, the lighting. It looks a lot better there. Lighting throughout the game has been deeply reworked, increasing the precision of light sources and how light is reflected and absorbed by surfaces. Spectacular highlights are now pronounced and dramatic, especially noticeable on distant terrain and metallic objects, and the hue of ambient lighting more accurately reflects nearby structures. Floating Nautilon platform. Ah, fantastic. I've wanted this as well because it drove me nuts having to build it sort of under the water. The Nautilon submarine exocraft can now be summoned from a floating bay, deployable upon the surface of any deep body of water, directly descend the depths of the centre of a vast ocean. Great, gives me more reason to use a Nautilon as well. Deep sea atmospherics. Explore the seabed to discover beautiful underwater landscapes with a unique ambience. Sound is muted in these abyssal depths, light is scattered and vision obscured by murk and particles. Find your way along the glowing corals, guided by a few prespacular rays of light that penetrate the dark. Never seen that word before. Yeah, that looks really cool, that little video below this. Just showing you how dense it can be in the seas. And that's, again, that's like, you know, real life. It's immersive. It's really cool, really good. Fishing missions. So visit the mission agent at the space station to undertake solo fishing challenges, or head to the space anomaly to sign up for multiplayer fishing challenges at the Nexus. Earn valuable rewards for your angling achievements. Fishing was actually better than I thought it was going to be in the game, so happy with those missions added there. Starship cold storage. Travellers with a capital ship can now make use of long-term storage for their starships. Hey, freeing up space to acquire new ships. Up to 18 additional ships. That's 6 more than we originally had can be stored, each of which retain their technology loadout ready for deployment when needed. That is cool. So we can now like store them. They're in starship storage within your freighter somewhere, and you can get them out whenever you like. That's that, like it. I mean, they were stored in the freighter anyway, but they were on the landing pads in the freighter. So now they must be stored somewhere within it, you know, within the game, of course. And then you just drag them out whenever you like. Like that idea. More ships is great because there's so many expedition reward ships now that it's just full of the different ships. Spore-filled worlds. New varieties of toxic planet can be found across the universe. The atmosphere is thick with spores from oversized polyps. That's really cool. Really cool. Can't wait to dive in here. Nice pictures there as well. Interior lighting overhaul. The brightness and colour of lighting is in enclosed spaces such as caves, bases, space stations and planetary buildings is more precisely localized. External lighting conditions are more accurately occluded by opaque surfaces, creating cozier interior atmospheres. That does look cool, that cave there. Lighting looks fantastic. Water on moons. Lakes, seas and oceans are now sometimes to be found on moons and that orbit larger planets. So those gas giants that are going to be surrounded by moons are going to have water, different biomes on them, just like you find in Saturn and Jupiter, for example, in real life. But yeah, the moons were normally quite dead, or you'd get like a little paradise moon and stuff. Now it looks like they're going to be much more diverse than before. Faster loading. Cutting edge compression technology reduces game file size by more than 10%. That's pretty good. Allowing for larger content updates with increasing download size or storage space consumption, and making all future patches smaller. Load times are up to 4 times faster, and improved dating cache reduces hitches during transitions, such as when flying from planetary atmosphere to space. Cool, because I do get a little glitch sometimes when I'm going from the planet to space, so hopefully that sorted itself out. We'll check in one of my videos later. Hermit crabs. Shy hermit crabs can be found scuttling across underwater terrains, improvising their mobile homes from a range of different shells and shell-like objects. So more deep sea creatures. Floating islands. Free floating islands of terrain can now be discovered across a much broader range of planetary environments. So my video on how to find these is completely null and void now. Explore and build upon gravity-defying icy, toxic, radioactive, molten and marshy islands. I'm really glad they've made this more diverse because they are a really good feature. They just make the planet look very sci-fi. Really like that. Water worlds. Water worlds, entire worlds full of water. You're definitely going to need the what they call the aquajets now. These rare planetary bodies have been entirely consumed by the waves, their surface once endless ocean. These worlds are home to the deepest of water, stretching miles beneath the surface. Prawns, so we've got prawns for underwater as well, which is cool. Bizarre life forms, rare, whimsical and mind-boggling strange new species of creatures can be discovered dancing across some worlds. Okay, and you can ride them like this guy is in this video, or yeah, this little sort of video bit. That's cool. Richer shadows. Through an extensive to ambient occlusion technology, micro shadow detail has been added to the game, increasing contrast on everything in the universe, from life forms to ships and potted plants. Before and after, yeah, the shadows do look so much better on that. Just on the plant, and even in the background here, in the where the like desk is, terminal or whatever, and behind these, yeah, it looks, that does make one big difference. Constructible ruins. Bring ancient architectural secrets into planetary bases with a collection of buildable ruins. Bring ancient architectural secrets into planetary bases with a collection of buildable ruins, including slabs, statues, arches, totems, and more. Explore relic worlds to learn the blueprints and mine polished stone to construct your own replica pieces. That's cool. And then it's got the pieces down here. So these are what you're going to be able to build. These are the build pieces, which is going to be quite cool, actually. I quite like that. They're bringing more to the build as well, the more to the base building elements, which is great. They just seem to have brought items and things and different worlds and stuff to the entire game. It's just everything has been added or upgraded. Multi-tool archiving. The buildable weapon rack base part now allows travelers to archive up to 18 multi-tools, freeing up space to earn new equipment. Achieve multi-tools. Archived multi-tools retain all installed technology and can be reactivated at any time. So a bit like the spaceships in the freighter. If you have this in your base, the weapon rack, you can actually put your weapons in that rack. So you've got them for the future. And I think that's wasn't it 5 multi-tools was the max you could have? And then you had to start breaking them down in the anomaly. So that's 18 multi-tools. That is a lot of multi-tools. But yeah, loving that. More multi-tools the better. Arid wastelands. Skim across sands and admire the opposing rock formations of new and diverse desert environments, searching for delicate desert blossoms hidden amongst the dunes. Cool. So we've got a new biome in deserts. We had like dead planets, but never like sandy deserts. Bioluminescent striders. That's pretty cool. Discover exotic new bioluminescent creatures. The alien life forms pulsate and glow as they traverse their homeworlds, their beating hearts visible through translucent skin. Nutrient ingester. So we're getting a new can we take this with us, or is it like the nutrient processor? Probably like the nutrient processor, right? And no, it does say a new exosuit technology. So if I read it first, I would have known. Has been added. The nutrient ingester, allowing players to input large amounts of edible items. The nutrient resources will be automatically consumed one at a time as necessary, providing powerful and long-lasting benefits. That's really cool. So more incentive to cook, more incentive to use those items, because they will just do it on automatically so that you never die, I guess, or you have the hazard protection it provides and stuff. That is a really good little item to have in your inventory. Customizable fishing rigs. So create your own unique angling appearing by customizing the fishing rig with a range of line colors and bespoke new floats. That's cool. I like that. So no longer just a skiff. Something a bit different. Make it your own. Very nice. Pillar of Titan Staff. Earn this unique staff during the Titan expedition. Through hewn from polished stone, it floats in the hand as if it were no weight at all. Like that staff. I've had a couple of the staffs. Haven't used them widely, but this one looks pretty cool. Definitely doing the Titan expedition using that staff, that's for sure. Exocraft flamethrowers. So all terrestrial exocraft can now be fitted with a mounted flamethrower. So no longer just for the Liquidator mech. Part of the Minotaur suit upgrades for devastating damage and short range combat. So now you can have one on your rover as here, and your Colossus or your Pilgrim or whatever else, and that's a really cool addition. So it's not just now for the Exomech. The range and diversity of hostile plant life has been increased with new species of hazardous flora taking root across the universe. More diverse flora is always good. Colourful marine life. Diversity of aquatic life has been significantly increased with a large number of colourful and radiant procedurally generated new fish species. That's cool. Yeah, we know we're going to get a lot of new fish species in this update. This update is absolutely massive. I think it was like 20 gig when I was downloading it on Steam. It is huge. Raindrops on water. Individual droplets of rain falling upon water now create tiny ripples on the water surface. And again, that is just so immersive, isn't it? It just creates, you know, the immersion of being on a world, on a random world in a universe, fishing. So cool. Twitch drops are coming as well. For those who are on Twitch, I'm not on Twitch, so I do apologise. I can't give you these drops. You'll have to find them with your other very well-known No Man's Sky content creators. Quality of life. A significant number of UI and quality of life enhancements have been added, including refined pop-up visuals, the ability to add favourite bases or space stations to the teleporter menu. Cool. East and west compass icons, improved first-person exocraft handling, and the starship attempting to land at the best possible pad in space stations. Fantastic, because they just land on a random one and you're miles away from it, and you have to walk all the way down the space station. Very specific annoyance there, but if it just goes to the back, it'd be much, much better. And exocraft handling I thought was okay anyway, but if they've updated that and, you know, it's much better for the player, yeah, brilliant stuff there as well. Variable refresh rate. 120 Hz display output and variable refresh rate is now available on PlayStation 5 for supporting displays, enabling ultra smooth visuals, reduced latency and higher frame rates without introducing stuttering. So very good there for PS5 players. Titanic planets. So another set of different planets. Find these colossal worlds in purple star systems, terrestrial planets on a never before seen scale. These dominate their local area and warp the gravity on each of their moons. What does that look like on the moon? Titanic planets which warp the gravity on the moon. Can't wait to see that. Cannot wait. Exotic worlds. Giant alien plants have taken root across the universe, bringing diversity as well as eerie beauty to each of these planets they infest. Good. We did need some more flora. It was getting a bit samage. Mutated biomes. Radioactive plants are more varied and full of life. Isotopic trees form and grow in new patterns throughout the universe, distorted by the uranium-rich soil of their irradiated homeworlds. That's going to be cool. Loving that. Titan Stripes ship customization. Wow. Okay. Complete the Titan expedition to earn the unique Titan Stripes paint style for freighter and hauler starships, evoking the aesthetic of 1917 science fiction book covers. Very nice. Yeah, I'll probably definitely have that on mine. Deep water quality of life. Slice through underwater environs with a faster, more maneuverable and more responsive Nautilon. Thank God for that. It was very, very like, I want to say boaty because it just, you couldn't really turn. It was awkward for me. Responsive Nautilon submersive exocraft. Boost, dive or resurface with a single command and excavate terrain with the new dredging laser technology. The experience of swimming has also been significantly improved with enhancements to agility, camera responsiveness and underwater multi-tool accuracy. Love that. Dramatic re-entry. The experience of re-entering the atmosphere from space has been refreshed with new visual effects. It looks pretty cool. That seems to be frozen, but it's back now. It looks pretty cool, yeah. Okay, very nice. sun-soaked variety. There's so much to this update. Burnt worlds have been revitalized with new formations of heat-seeking foliage and ever-burning minerals spreading across the universe. So they've updated the fire planets as well, those hot planets. Planets can now fall under the influence of strange weather anomalies, localized anomalies this is, including dramatic electromagnetic events, enhanced storms and tornadoes, and even localized gravity inversion zones. Very nice. Wraith Starship. This is the one that was in the video. Survey new worlds in the Titan expedition to claim the Wraith, the unique living starship dredged from the inky depths of a water world. So can you find them on a water world, or is it just an expedition starship? I think it's just an expedition starship. It does look quite cool though. I do like it. I wonder if it can go in the water. Probably can't, but I wonder if it can. Sort of, you know, between the two. And then there's patch notes here. So there is a long old video of patch notes. Let's see if I can find some of the ones I want to generally talk about. The new star systems, a new class of stellar body has been added to the universe. These purple systems are additional stars, allowing the universe to expand with increased diversity without regenerating existing planets or resetting the exploration and construction efforts of the community. Very nice, very nice. There's lots about terrain generation algorithm and how the terrain has been improved, as we've sort of noted already. Deeper oceans, more mountains, varied plants and all that sort of good stuff, which is great. New worlds, I think, probably going to be most interested in. Planets found in purple class star systems feature a significant range of new environments and planetary characteristics. Find gas giant planets with their hostile planet-wide storms and challenging conditions. These titans dominate the collection of moons found in their orbit, warping the effects of gravity, as we already know. Other planets are totally dominated by water, with seas that dwarf even their highest mountains. Specialist aquatic landing technology will be required. I'm assuming that's the aquajets, right? To land upon such a water world, these worlds feature exceptionally deep oceans, stretching down kilometers. I think Sean Murray said 7 kilometers in that video. Find rare non-gas giants, colossal worlds on a scale. Non-water world planets in purple star systems may also feature extremely deep water alongside their conventional terrestrial features, which is great. Not just those water worlds have deep oceans, but actually most of the worlds have deep oceans, or some of them anyway, which will be great. Gas giants and water worlds have their own unique and valuable terrain deposit minerals, as well as new atmospheric gases to harvest, which is fantastic. New gases is all good, and new minerals is great, and materials. But all planets in purple class star systems feature deposits of quartzite, a new stellar mineral. New refining, crafting recipes have been added to take advantage of these new minerals, so that's really good. Then we've got water rendering, which we've kind of seen, which is, yep, great stuff. Water variety, again, fantastic. Deep water gameplay, they've sort of said. Swimming and buoyancy, the camera is better. You're able to up and down in the water a bit easier. The Nautilon will be better and stuff. Lighting, of course, they've sort of said and mentioned that shadows are better and all that, which is fantastic. Missions, okay, this will be quite a good one. A significant new chain of story-driven missions have been added in stellar multitudes. Work with the autophage to uncover stories of the Atlas and Atlantid and weave together time and space on an epic adventure to recover that which was lost. A new multiplayer fishing mission in the Nexus, a new procedurally generated fishing mission in the space station, and then they've got a couple of fixes here for the Atlas path and the space anomaly mission to give Helios discoveries. Fix the rare mission issue. Okay, yeah, fine, yeah. Planetary variety. So planetary variety and diversity is increased all across the universe. Dense jungle worlds. New desolate desert worlds. Rare and strange runic relic worlds. New worlds that have been added to both existing systems and new purple star systems. But in a way to minimise change to existing worlds. The diversity and variety of hazardous flora on all worlds has increased. On top of this, significant additional planetary diversity can be found in purple class star systems. A large number of procedurally generated varieties of scorched, frozen, toxic and barren worlds have been introduced, as well as the additional variety of worlds featuring floating islands. A new resource, polished stone, has been added. Players who search ruins of relic planets may uncover plans to construct replica ruins of their own. Planetary weather hazards such as lightning and tornadoes have been reworked for additional visual impact. And he has hazards as well, including clouds of toxic spores, small-scale radioactive fallout, electromagnetic anomalies, volcanic eruptions, geothermal geysers, and localized gravity inversion zones. Are these inversion zones, the gravity inversion zones, part of the colossal Titan planets, which are affecting the gravity of their moons? Really interesting to see that. Then we've got a ton of quality of life issues, which is great. UI has been improved. Then we've got the cooking, the Titan expedition, which is coming. Cannot wait for that. So yeah, there's so much in this update. If you want to have a look at all of this, go through. Starship and multitool archiving is brilliant. And there's a bunch of bug fixes as well. Absolutely loads of them. So what a massive update by Hello Games. And I cannot wait to jump into this game. Guys, Worlds Part 2 is here. What a redemption story for a fantastic studio in Hello Games. I hope you've enjoyed the update. I hope you're going to enjoy the update in-game. Hopefully I'll see you in the next video, guys. Take care.